When seeking information within an electrical code book, a complete and accurate reference is crucial. Without it, locating the relevant section becomes significantly challenging, if not impossible. The electrical code is a comprehensive document, organized meticulously to cover a wide array of electrical installations and practices. It is imperative to understand the structure and numbering system of the code book to navigate it effectively. An electrical code reference typically consists of a section number and sometimes a subsection or paragraph number which precisely pinpoints the specific requirement or recommendation. For instance, a complete reference might look like 210.8. That would be section 210.8 in the code book. The absence of any part of this reference can lead to confusion and misinterpretation. To effectively locate information, firstly, ensure you have the complete and correct reference. Double-check the numbers and letters for accuracy. Even a minor error can lead you to the wrong section. Secondly, familiarize yourself with the table of contents. The table of contents provides a high-level overview of the codebook's organization. Use it to narrow down the general area of interest before diving into specific sections. Thirdly, use the index. The index is an invaluable tool for finding specific topics or keywords within the codebook. Look up relevant terms to find potential code sections related to your query. Fourthly, pay attention to article titles and section headings. These provide context and help you determine if a particular section is relevant to your needs. Fifthly, understand the hierarchical structure. Codebooks are typically organized hierarchically, with main articles divided into sections, subsections, and paragraphs. Be aware of how these levels relate to each other. Sixthly, cross-reference other sections. Code sections often refer to other sections within the codebook. Follow these cross-references to get a more complete understanding of the requirements. Seventhly, consult with expert. If you are unsure about the meaning or application of a code section, consult with a qualified electrician, engineer, or code official. They can provide clarification and guidance. Eighthly, be aware of amendments in local codes. Local jurisdictions may adopt amendments to the code book, so it is important to be aware of any local variations that may apply in your area. Ninthly, use online resources. Many codebook publishers offer online versions of their codebooks, which can be searched electronically. This can be a faster and more efficient way to find information. Tenthly, consider using codebooks or software. These resources can help you navigate the codebook and find relevant information more quickly. When the reference is missing, as in this situation that was posed, we must use general electrical knowledge to locate the potential articles that the requirement is under. Let's explore common areas within the electrical codebook where various electrical topics are addressed. For example, branch circuits, which are the circuits that extend from the final overcurrent device protecting the circuit to the outlets, are typically covered in Article 210. Article 210 provides requirements for the types of branch circuits allowed, the permissible loads, and the methods of wiring. Another example are feeders. Feeders, which are the circuits that carry power from the service equipment to subpanels or other distribution points, are addressed in Article 215. Article 215 outlines the requirements for feeder sizing, overcurrent protection, and grounding. Grounding and bonding, which are essential for electrical safety, are covered in Article 250. This article details the requirements for grounding electrodes, equipment grounding conductors, and bonding of metal parts. Overcurrent protection, which is necessary to protect electrical systems from overloads and short circuits, is addressed in Article 240. Article 240 specifies the requirements for fuses and circuit breakers. Wiring methods, which describe the different ways to install electrical conductors, are covered in Chapter 3. This chapter includes articles on conduit, cable, and other wiring methods. Equipment such as switches, receptacles, and luminaires is covered in Chapter 4. This chapter provides requirements for the installation and use of various types of electrical equipment. Special occupancies, such as hazardous locations, healthcare facilities, and swimming pools, are covered in Chapter 5. This chapter provides additional requirements for these specialized environments. Emergency systems, which are designed to provide power during a power outage, are covered in Article 700. Article 700 outlines the requirements for the design, installation, and testing of emergency systems. Communication systems such as telephone, data, and cable television systems are covered in Chapter 8. This chapter provides requirements for the installation and grounding of these systems. Motor circuits, which are used to supply power to electric motors, are addressed in Article 430. Article 430 covers the requirements for motor circuit conductors, overcurrent protection, and control equipment. Control circuits, which are used to control electrical equipment, are covered in Article 725. Article 725 outlines the requirements for the design, installation, and protection of control circuits. Low-voltage systems, which operate at voltages of 50 volts or less, are covered in Chapter 7. This chapter provides requirements for the installation and use of low-voltage systems. Renewable energy systems, such as solar photovoltaic and wind power systems, are covered in Article 690. Article 690 outlines the requirements for the design, installation, and operation of these systems. Hazardous locations, which are areas where flammable gases, vapors, or dust may be present, are covered in Articles 500 through 516. These articles provide additional requirements for electrical equipment and wiring in these hazardous environments. Healthcare facilities, such as hospitals and nursing homes, are covered in Article 517. Article 517 provides additional requirements for electrical systems in these facilities to ensure patient safety. Swimming pools, fountains, and similar installations are covered in Article 680. Article 680 outlines the requirements for bonding, grounding, and ground fault protection to prevent electric shock hazards. Temporary wiring, which is used for construction sites and other temporary applications, is covered in Article 590. Article 590 provides requirements for the safe installation and use of temporary wiring. Manufactured homes and recreational vehicles are covered in Articles 550 and 551 respectively. These articles provide specific requirements for the electrical systems in these types of structures. When dealing with specific equipment, look for articles related to that equipment. For example, transformers are covered in Article 450, generators are covered in Article 445, and batteries are covered in Article 480. Also understand the difference between mandatory rules and permissive rules. Mandatory rules are identified by the word shall or shall not, while permissive rules are identified by the word shall be permitted or is permitted. Mandatory rules must be followed, while permissive rules are optional. In conclusion, a complete code reference is essential for efficiently locating information within an electrical code book. When the reference is absent, utilizing general electrical knowledge, the table of contents, the index, and an understanding of the codebook's organization can aid in finding the relevant information. If uncertainty persists, consulting with a qualified expert is always recommended.